Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed a super dramatic Valentine's Day halo eye and I actually really love the way it turned out. If you guys end up liking this video by the end, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so clearly I already have one eye done, so we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next eye. And the first step I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take my YSL Couture eye primer in the shade Fair, and I'm going to put this all over my lids just as a base for the eyeshadow to make sure it stays all day and doesn't crease. Next, I'm going to be going into the Carly Bybel palette, and I'm going to take the middle shade in the first row, and I'm just going to apply this all over my crease. And since we're doing a halo eye for this look, I'm going to take this shade, this transition shade, all the way from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. And I'm just going to make sure I use windshield wiper motions. Oh, and I'm using the Morphe E25 brush. Now with the same brush and the same palette, I'm going to go into the fourth shade in the first row, and I'm just going to apply that right on top of where I put our first transition shade. Now I'm going to go into the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to take the shade Love Letter, which is this one right here, and I'm just going to put that kind of below where I put those first two transition shades, but I'm also going to put it on the outer and inside of my eye. The key with this look is to start out with a little bit of pigment on your brush and then build up as you go. That way you can blend and control how much shadow you're putting onto your lid. And by the way, I'm using the Sigma E25 blending brush. I'm actually going to use the same brush that comes inside of the Modern Renaissance palette because it's a smaller and more precise brush, and I'm going to take that on the inside of my lid. And then I'm just going to go back over that with my Morphe E25 brush and just make sure everything is nice and blended together. Now I'm going to take this really thin brush and my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand, and I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to conceal the center of my eyelid where I'm going to put the shimmery pigment. That way it just makes it stand out a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a flat shader brush and my Mario Badescu Rosewater spray, and I'm just going to spray this on both sides. And then after my flat shader brush is nice and wet on both sides, I'm going to take the shade Vermeer in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm going to put this in the center of my lid right on top of where we put the concealer. After that's in place, I'm going to go back in with Love Letter, and I'm just going to kind of blend out the edges so it's not so harsh, and the middle shade and the outer shades blend in together nicely. And you just want to kind of do like little back and forth motions on the outer edge. Once everything is nice and blended together, I'm just going to take some NYX Studio Liquid Liner, and this is just in the shade Black. And I'm going to line the top of my lashes just to conceal where we're going to be putting the falsies. Next, I'm going to take my Lorac Black just pencil liner, and I'm going to line my tight line. Next, I'm just going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to apply the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Mascara. apply my Lily lashes in the style Miami, and I'm going to use the Duo eyelash adhesive, and this is the dark one, that way you don't get like a white glue line or like a clear glue line that always ends up white. So I'm an idiot and forgot to start the camera and press record again. But all I did was use my favorite foundation combination. You guys have seen me do this like 1,000 times. I just used the Naked Skin One and Done in the shade Light, and then my Makeup Forever HD, and I mixed them together and applied them all over my face with a beauty blender. Next, I'm going to take my concealer, my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. I'm going to make 2 triangles underneath my eyes, some on the ridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Now I'm just going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to bake underneath my eyes, and then whatever is remaining on my beauty blender, I will just put on my forehead and my nose and chin, and wherever I put the concealer. Okay, so now I let that sit. I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to take the middle shade, and I'm going to contour my cheekbones, and then I'm going to take the 2 outer shades and contour my forehead to make my forehead appear smaller. Now I'm just going to bake underneath where I put my contour, just to sharpen up the line a little bit and make it a little bit more defined. And while we let that sit, I'm just going to take my Morphe M433, and I'm going to dip it into that middle contour shade, and I'm going to contour the sides of my nose with a very, very light hand. Now I'm just going to wipe away my bake, and then I'm going to contour my jawline. Now I'm going to take my Dallas Box Blush, and I'm going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And I'm just going to kind of smooth this out with my big fluffy brush. Now going into my Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped, I'm going to take the shade Moonstone, and I'm going to apply this to the high points of my cheekbones. I'm also going to take Moonstone on my Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm going to make an exclamation point on my nose and then highlight my Cupid's bow as well. Now I'm going to go back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to take the shade Love Letter, and I'm going to smudge that underneath my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take my liner Dolce K from Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm going to line my lip. And I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Liquid Lip in the shade Celebrity Skin. And I know I use this lipstick every single time, but it just is such a great formula, and it goes with almost every single eye look, so. lastly, I'm just going to spray my face with NYX Matte Finish Spray. So this is the final result. This is definitely a pretty dramatic look, even for me. But regardless, I love the way that it turned out, and I think it's a very, very pretty look for Valentine's Day. If you're willing to go a little bit more on the dramatic, more glam side. This was actually my first time ever doing a halo eye, and I think I did a pretty decent job, so I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And if you guys decide to recreate this look, please be sure to send me pictures. Also go check out my new Instagram page, Glam by Lamia. It'll be linked in the description down below. So I think that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching again, and I hope to see you guys next time.